Hello everybody and welcome back to my obscene rambling about the Olympus Company IDs tier list. And now we move on to Hong Lu. So Hong Lu, or LCB Hong Lu, is obviously a Hong Lu ID, so he's pretty alright. He's pretty good. He's alright. In LCB Sinner standards, he's pretty good. But he's a weird mixture between sinking and rupture. So he goes below Ryoshu. He can do a good amount of damage by himself. His passive is really good if you bench him. It's extra SP gain if you have enough slot on the team. In the bank, I mean. But yeah, you play him for his passive. That's it. That's it. Okay. Now we have Liu Hong Lu, which his count application passive got power crap by Donclair. So he's virtually like obsolete at this point. Unless you want to build like a obscene amount of count for something like Glimpse of Flame, he could be useful there. But he is definitely the best burn ID at launch. So yeah, he's definitely above Liu Mercel. Now we have Kurokumo Hong Lu, who fell off hard. So Cloud Cutter might be funny, but his skill 1 rolls an 11. His skill 3 rolls a 13. Yes, it inflicts paralyze, but it rolls a 13. You're not winning a clash with that. No, no, no. And his reuse effect for his Cloud Cutter doesn't even work like Ishmael. So it's not used in a clash, and you can't use him in a bleed team because it doesn't. But the reuse effect doesn't work in a bleed team because you need the enemy to have no bleed potency at all. So yeah, he fell off hard. he fell off. He goes above the gun Ryoshu, because at least he has paralyzed and he can do more damage than her. Now, we have W Hong Lu, who can spread around Charge Barrier. Charge Barrier is a very good effect. It allows the W Corp IDs, or actually any ID, to gain charge if they have the shield at the end of the turn. And that helps with all the charge IDs charge generation, which helps them use it faster to do other things like debuffs or kill people. But his bench passive is also really good for the haste buffs that it gives to one of the slowest sinner with charge, which all the charge IDs are pretty slow. So yeah, his bench passive is also pretty good. So I think he goes with Foss because they're both basically utilities in a charge team. But I feel like Hong Lu's utility is more useful than Foss's utility in that case. I mean, it's usually like, do you value speed control and gaining more charge, or do you value the 5 paralyze that Foss can give to an enemy, basically? And I think that Hong Lu's cards that he can play are more valuable than Foss's cards. And now we have Hook Lu, who is a good bleed unit. He's better than these two in terms of bleed. He can inflict a lot of bleed potency, and he can go really fast. And he synergizes really well with a later Ring Ring Otis, because Ring Otis supplies the bleed count for a bleed team, while he supplies the bleed potency in a bleed team. And we don't talk about Ring Yi-sang because he can do both. So yeah, he's a good ID. He can go really fast with the haste in his kit. And he clashes really well. So yeah, he goes here. And now we have Tingtang Hong Lu. Now, Tingtang Hong Lu is really funny. In a non-focus encounter, he has Mutilate, which is a mini onrush if you can kill a person with it. And it does more damage if you kill a person with it. But in a focus encounter, let's say you're fighting a alleyway watchdog, right? Let's say you destroy the head part of it. Well, his skill 2 suddenly becomes a skill. His skill 2 suddenly becomes a 4-coin skill instead of a 3-coin skill, which is a lot of damage. So, yeah, he definitely goes above main Ryoshu because of that. He weirdly enough has a bleed in his kit, so he can be run in a bleed team. But in that case, Hong Lu would be better in that in a bleed team because of how much bleed he can supply. But as a general use ID, he can deal a lot of damage by himself. Okay. Oh yeah, Mutilate can also pass a lot of checks in Mirror Dungeon if you value that, because it rolls a 30 and a 30 at the baseline, and or abnormality checks in railway or other content. And his Mutilate can outroll a good decent amount of skills that don't roll over I don't know, Ardor Blossom Star for Moth. So yeah, pretty good ID. Just get lucky and win. Now we have Corp Hong Lu, who does not die. That's his only goal. He's he's Dawn, but actual immortal. Immortality, Nanomachine's son. No, Corp Ampule's son. So, other than that, he does pretty good damage if he's above 80% HP. But once he gets below that, good luck getting enough K-Corp Ampules if you are at 3 K-Corp Ampules, because at 4, you combust. That's not a good thing. So, Corp Hong Lu goes, yeah, he goes here because he's a really good tank. He doesn't do a lot of damage, but he's basically unkillable. Basically, he has a lot of effective HP. So yeah, he goes there. And now we have Daichi Hong Lu, who is really good. If you can discard his skill 3 and use a lot of his skill 1s, because the skill 1 becomes a 3-coin skill in after a clash. So yeah, his damage potential is really good, and his skill 2, oh no. People don't look at his skill 2 a lot, but his skill 2 is probably really good as well. So yeah. But at that point you're basically giving up your power, your free will, and leaving it up to the RNG gods to give you a good skill, or a skill 2 when you need to clash with a enemy. But yeah, other than that, you can also just free hit with him and hope you stagger the part or stagger the thing that is trying to attack someone else. You can do some targeting shenanigans and hope he staggers the enemy before the enemy is able to attack. And he's also a good sinking unit. I forgot to mention that. He does apply sinking as well. So because of that, let me move that around a bit. Yeah, that's probably good. Just because his skill 1 is really, really valuable. And now we have the newest ID in Limbus Company. Liu Hong Lu, which honestly, hold on, let me finical with them real quick. The only problem with this idea is that he does not inflict count at all, which is a problem. But he can do the funny and reverb the enemy. And he's pretty fast, so he might go first, and all your other tremor bursts might benefit from this guy's reverb. And also, he has wailing, which is another form of reverb. So, because of that, he goes right beside Regret Fast. These two basically go hand in hand together because the tremor combo right now involves these two IDs using their egos and doing a limbillion amount of damage. Like you don't even need to use wailing. You can just get lucky and have him be faster than Regret Fast, which is possible because his speed range is 3 to 7, while her speed range is 3 to 6. So you might just be faster than not Enfos, Regret Fast, and just hit the enemy with a skill 3, and then instantly change that into Everlasting because it's going to change back into Tremor at the end of the turn, so just might as well dump everything what you have into that like one combo, and then all your other benefits, all those benefits will also go to your other tremor units if they are going to be doing tremor bursts, and Daring Decision will truly become the most daring decision to ever be seen. But yeah, that are the Hong Lu IDs. Now, Hong Lu IDs are pretty good. Too bad Cloud Cutter fell off hard. Or not Cloud Cutter, Cloud Cutter itself. Cloud Cutter is still really good, but Kurokumo Hong Lu fell off pretty hard. But yeah, that's it for Hong Lu IDs. Next up, we have the latter half of the Sinners, and we will be starting it off with Heathcliff next video. So before that, I will see you all again later. Bye.